Mother Nature's lack of mercy is evident in the animal kingdom, where the food chain operates without regard for the process of wildlife rehabilitation. Unfortunately, a family learned this harsh reality firsthand when their attempt to release an injured squirrel back into the wild turned into a disaster. For those unfamiliar with wildlife rehabilitation, it's not about domesticating wild animals as pets. Instead, it focuses on ensuring that injured or sick animals can safely return to their natural habitat. There are strict criteria for release, including the ability to survive independently, find food, avoid predators, and reproduce. Fortunately, numerous official organizations specialize in rehabilitating injured wildlife, providing the necessary care and expertise to help animals thrive in their natural environment once again. In the U.S., organizations like the ASPCA are renowned for their expertise in aiding sick animals, while the International Fund for Animal Welfare extends its reach globally, assisting creatures like rhinos, elephants, and tigers. However, there are instances where individuals without specialized training attempt to nurse injured animals back to health. In January 2016, a family in Collierville, Tennessee, embarked on such a mission after their son Haas brought home an injured squirrel. Their goal was to rehabilitate the squirrel and eventually reintroduce it to its natural habitat. Encouragingly, after a few days of care, the squirrel showed signs of improvement. When the time came to release the squirrel back into the wild, Haas was not at home, so his parents filmed the process for him to watch later. In the video, Haas's father carefully cradled the squirrel as he approached a tree in their garden. Meanwhile, Haas's mother documented the event, instructing her husband to bid farewell to Haas before gently placing the squirrel on the tree's wide trunk. The scene starts off positively as the squirrel begins to cautiously traverse the bark, but abruptly halts in its tracks. In an attempt to coax the rodent forward, Haas's dad gently strokes it. With this reassurance, the squirrel resumes its ascent up the trunk, initially showing promise. "Look at you go," the proud dad remarks, encouragingly. "Can you make it?" However, the situation takes a turn for the worse as the parents fail to notice their cat Tom, also present in the garden. While cartoons may portray cats like Tom and Jerry in playful chases, real-life felines have a natural instinct to pursue moving objects, including squirrels. With their fluffy tails and swift movements, squirrels often catch a cat's attention. As the squirrel continues its journey across the tree, Tom seizes the opportunity, leaping towards its target. It's a split-second moment captured in the video, but the ginger cat's swift pounce is remarkable, especially considering the height at which the squirrel is perched. In a different manner, the parents too are astonished. Haas's mom screams in alarm, while his dad urgently calls out after the fleeing cat, "Tom, Tom." Both parents appear to give chase to their pet, still clutching the squirrel as the camera swings down, ending the video with the fate of the poor rodent left uncertain. Hopefully, the video's description helps to fill in some of the gap. Apparently, Tom didn't actually kill the furry rodent. Instead, he dropped it at the front door of their house. This behavior isn't surprising, as cats are known for bringing home presents to their owners without necessarily eating or killing the prey. Once Haas's parents had retrieved the squirrel from Tom's clutches, the hapless rodent managed to survive for a few more days before eventually succumbing to its original illness. While the family's efforts ultimately couldn't save the squirrel, they could at least prolong its life rather than leaving it to perish in the wild. The startling footage of Tom the cat snatching the squirrel in its moment of release has sparked intense reactions online, with battle lines drawn between those concerned for the squirrel and others sympathetic towards the cat. One commenter by the name of Yellow Waffle expressed surprise, stating, "I really expected an eagle. Still shocked the poor little guy." Lynn Addison also sympathized with the rodent, writing, "Wow, I was not expecting that. Scarred for life." Eric Martinez, however, firmly sided with the cat. "Can't blame the cat for being a cat," he wrote. Meanwhile, Kevin Knoll took a more pragmatic view, citing natural selection and bluntly stating that the squirrel was likely to die anyway. "Didn't have a clue what to do and put on that tree," he added. Of course, this isn't the first recorded showdown between cats and squirrels to be filmed and uploaded for the world to witness. Audacious squirrel that would regularly tease the user's cats through a window. Eventually, the cat's owner decided to crack the window open ever so slightly to show the squirrel that it was playing with fire. Unsurprisingly, the squirrel quickly reconsidered its taunting behavior. However, its newfound caution didn't last long, and when it returned, one of the cats demonstrated its natural instincts by chasing the squirrel away.